Once upon a time, a spacecraft named Rosetta was launched into the night sky. Rosetta carried a little passenger, the lander Philae. It had taken many, many years to dream up this mission, and now Rosetta was on her way to the far-off comet Churyumov-Gerasimenko. But far from the energy of the sun, Rosetta was very tired and needed to rest. Still traveling through space, she fell into a deep sleep. A sleep lasting for 2 years, 7 months, and 12 days. On the 20th of January, 2014, with the help of everyone on Earth shouting, "Wake up, Rosetta!" she opened her eyes and let everyone back home know she was okay. There was much celebration, and Rosetta's team quickly set to work, checking her health after the long slumber. There was still a long way to travel to reach the comet, but Rosetta had plenty to do. All of the experiments that were packed on board had to be woken up, along with the lander, Philae. Before long, Rosetta was able to see the comet in the distance. She was getting closer and closer, but there were still many challenges ahead. The route to the comet was complicated. Once she got there, there would be no time for rest. She and Philae had the most important jobs of their entire lives ahead of them. Rosetta's exciting mission was to follow the comet as it traveled around the sun. She would learn all about the comet and how it changes as it gets warmer and warmer, while Philae would visit the surface. But as she got closer, Rosetta realized that the comet was much more complex than people had thought, using telescopes from far away. It almost looked like two comets stuck together. Rosetta spent many weeks studying the surface of the comet, sending lots of information back to Earth. She also started to analyze the dust and gas around the comet. But there was always one question in the back of her mind. Where was Philae going to land? After 3 months investigating the comet from orbit, it was time to send Philae to its surface. As the world held its breath, Rosetta moved into the exact position needed to make sure Philae would reach the landing site that scientists on Earth had picked earlier in the mission. Philae was away. It would take 7 hours to reach the surface. The landing didn't go exactly as planned, but Philae still managed to make his first measurements of the comet's surface before his battery ran out and he fell into a long, deep sleep. Rosetta continued studying the comet, learning new and wonderful things as she followed it on its journey through the solar system. Rosetta followed the comet as it got ever closer to the sun and saw more and more gas and dust streaming from its surface. Rosetta knew that astronomers back on Earth were also observing the comet. She studied how the stream of charged particles flowing from the sun affects the comet. Later, as they moved back towards the outer solar system, the comet became less active and it was finally safe for Rosetta to get closer again. Amazing discoveries that the scientists back home had made using the data he had collected down on the comet. They had found the surface to be much harder than expected, and that the comet contained many ingredients, including some complex molecules that could be the building blocks of life as we know it on Earth. Rosetta, too, had made many exciting discoveries in the last year. She found patches of water ice on the surface of the comet. Besides water, Rosetta found many other molecules as she studied the atmosphere of the comet, including lots of oxygen. In fact, it was made up of a mix of loosely packed dust and ice grains on the inside. The comet was fluffy under its hard crust.